let's get into some things here. Now, Keanu, you've been on vacation, so I understand if you're not up on what's going on in our silly little world here, but you didn't happen to hear about Rampage Jackson's kids wrestling mishap, did you?
No, I didn't, but I'm excited to hear.
So Rampage Jackson was a UFC fighter, very famous. He has a son who's a mixed martial artist now, and some indie wrestling group, the pro wrestling shows that work in like gyms and small arenas and stuff like that. They had a show, and those shows have a very small budget. So they're like, if they're going to get a name, it's not going to be like 5 times there was a wrestling show around here that got me as their big guest attraction because I was the radio guy. Whenever I'd wrestle matches and stuff. So they got Raja Jackson, who is Rampage Jackson's kid. It's like if you can't afford, if you can't afford Tom Hanks for your movie, you got Colin.
Colin or Chet.
That's if you really don't have a budget. That's
actually a great actor,
Chet, I love his patois. But Raja is Rampage's kid, and they had him do this spot where he was going to pick up this wrestler, throw him down, and then do like the MMA ground and pound, right?
And again, you say you've done this too?
Oh, I've had 5 wrestling matches, 2 of them singles matches. Yeah, I can work.
I would love to see that.
Hey, I can work, my friend. I am a professional wrestler. I have been paid to wrestle. Therefore, I am a professional wrestler.
So this non-wrestler, they pay him to do it, and then a mishap happens?
A deadly mishap happens. And now they're trying to figure out, the LAPD is investigating, trying to figure out if they can charge Raja Jackson with anything because he snapped. And I don't know, we're going to hear excuses from Rampage. This is going to be a whole journey that we go on with this story. And we're going to start with this guy. I just want to give him credit because we're going to use his video here. Deontay DDJ on YouTube did a whole breakdown of the deal. And it just gets weird because it was Raja Jackson just starts going MMA mode on a guy. There's no rhyme or reason given. Everyone else has differing accounts of what was supposed to happen. And then his dad, Rampage, is like trying to run cover for him because he cares about his son. He doesn't want him in trouble. The police are investigating. People are wondering, why hasn't this guy been arrested yet? And the reason is simple. You have a lot of leeway at pro wrestling shows because it's a performance. So if this Raja Jackson guy goes, oh, I thought that's what I was supposed to do as part of the show, it's really hard to arrest him because how do you prove that he
killed the guy?
No, that's very important. He almost killed the guy.
Just maimed.
You'll see. I'm surprised he's not dead. I do need to GLP real quick. There you go. 199 says, dude, birds. You just referenced turn. You're right. I did. It was throwaway line. I fucked that up. And that also puts birds in the top 5. So that, or not birds. What's his name? GLP? Yeah, GLP is now in 4th. I apologize for wrecking the flow here, but I got to keep my standings. Beg, shake.
Beg, shake.
Got to keep those in line. There we go. So that puts Hunter in the cuck chair. Gray Duckling falls out of the cuck chair. And GLP is now in 4th with $6. Okay. So here's the story of a man named Brady. This is, again, Raja Jackson, the son of Rampage, and the event he was at this past Saturday night in LA. Here we go.
Knox Pro Wrestling indie show Rampage Jackson.
Now, can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Jackson's son Raja was involved in an incident with a pro wrestler that went too far.
You!
Uh-oh. That's okay. Did his video get pulled?
Could have. Following content may contain graphic or violent images.
Yeah, it won't let me play it.
Oh my god, it was already terrifying. This isn't fake.
Oh, here, I understand. I wish okay.
Last night,
you know what it
Watch
was?
Pro Wrestling.
I had this open since last night when I made the stream, and it didn't have that warning on it. And so when I played it now, I didn't have a chance to say yes.
Maybe YouTube thought you were just watching it over and over again.
Yeah.
Getting like...
They're like, bro, stop jacking off to the black guy beating up the white guy. This is weird.
Indie show, Rampage Jackson's son Rasha was involved in an incident with a pro wrestler that went too far.
You! Kill me!
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
So here's my thing. Could you guys work a little fucking harder to get him off of him?
I know, I mean, and they're like, maybe they were in shock because you're not actually supposed to get hurt in wrestling, are you?
No, well, they figure you're supposed to pull your punches. Now, this guy's not, first of all, whoever organized this event, it is their fault for letting this guy do physical contact with another professional wrestler without being trained in pro wrestling. Like, even for my first match, a guy, you won't know any of these guys, but he was in WWE for a long time. His name was D'Lo Brown. D'Lo Brown was my tag team partner. And before our match, like an hour before the show, D'Lo Brown is teaching me all kinds of holds, moves, how to pull punches, just like very basic wrestling shit so I can go out there. And the only things I'm allowed to do or take, like the things I'm allowed to receive or do, are things he specifically taught me that we've practiced over and over, and we know how to deliver them. So if they let this guy in and he's just a mixed martial artist and they let him have contact with any wrestler, that guy should never be allowed to work in pro wrestling again. That's just not safe. The thing about professional wrestling is that it's supposed to be the illusion of violence while everyone stays completely safe.
Right. But I think that one person has gotten fatally... If there was one fatality in pro wrestling ever, I think somebody jumped off of something. I don't even know why I know that, but
No.
you're not supposed to get hurt.
No, Owen Hart was supposed to come.
Boxing. That he walked in the ring and just started beating the shit out of him.
Right.
That was nuts.
The guy, you can tell he's out because the guy's head is just moving like a car. Like, remember when the Bear Jew was hitting that guy with the bat after he was dead and his head was just kind of flopping around? That's how his head looked. So, first of all, the guys who they look like they're about to jump on the guy and then they hesitate. It's like, dude, fuck you. Would you help that guy? Like, he's clearly getting the shit beat out of him. I saw one guy say that the referee should be brought up on charges, but I'll also say, like, what the fuck is that referee going to do? If Raja Jackson doesn't want to stop beating that guy, that referee ain't going to stop him. But all 3-4 of the guys in the ring should have jumped on this dude immediately.
Right. It's like they needed like security. They all should have jumped on him. But I think hindsight is 20/20. They were probably just like, is he serious?
Yeah.
He's serious. Like, yeah.
That's,
and he started fucking beating him really quick too. So
that's a good point. Once he's into that 4th or 5th punch, you're like he's already done damage and you're like, oh shit, this guy's shooting.
He's got a gun. No. You don't know.
This took place live on Kick, and the wrestler who was assaulted was Psycho Stu, a man that is also a military veteran. Early reports indicate that the initial moments were a part of the show, particularly the clip leading up to the moment.
I think that's...
So this here is something they filmed for Kick as part of the show. This was supposed to be the setup as to why these two were having a conflict in the ring.
Okay.
So they brought Raja Jackson in, and this is what they do when you're a guest on these wrestling shows, is they go over with you. They're like, this guy's going to do this. It's going to set up a thing that you two are going to do. Then later in the show, this will be your cue. Like, this stuff is so, like, timed out. Like, even the high school gymnasium, the indie wrestling that I've done, it's all very well constructed. It's all very scripted out. You understand exactly what you're supposed to do, when you're supposed to do it. It's honestly, Keanu, it's no different than doing a play.
It's like stage combat. We took stage combat in theater school. You know, I mean, it's the nap and the fucking, there's all those tricks that you're supposed to do. And it's got blocking to it. That's what I assume pro wrestling is. Not, I think he was supposed to get in the ring, right?
Yeah.
But then he wasn't supposed to just start wailing on him.
But even when he picks him up and everything, that's in the instructions. They'll go, all right, he's gonna turn to the ropes, he's gonna touch the ropes, he's gonna come 2 steps off, you're gonna pick him up, he's gonna jump, you're gonna turn him, you're gonna throw him. Like, it's all, especially,
and then beat him mercilessly.
And then beat him within an inch of his life until he nearly dies. No, but it is like, especially when you have a celebrity, quote unquote, or a special guest, you are rigidly scripted out so that you don't fuck anything up and hurt anybody or yourself.
Right. The people that know how to do it, you can maybe improv a little bit without getting hurt. But if you don't, if it's a guest, you have to be diligent about making sure everybody knows their cues, lines, and blocking. There's a shorthand phrase in pro wrestling. If you're not a special guest, like by the time I was doing my own matches, I didn't have to be so scripted out anymore. There's a shorthand phrase in wrestling when you're putting a match together with the guy. It's 3 words. You say, boom, boom, boom. And what boom, boom, boom is basically wrestling's yada, yada, yada. So it's like, all right, we're going to lock up. We're going to go to the corner. I'm going to give you the punches. Boom, boom, boom. You reverse into the Irish whip into the thing. So it's like you develop these shorthands. But when you're a special guest, you don't get any boom, boom, booms. They have you... every step is, nice and easy for you. I have another question. Do you have a video of this wrestling?
I have a couple different videos of me wrestling.
I don't know why you aren't putting that somewhere where people can pay to see it.
I'm not ashamed of them. I will get them and I will upload them. Absolutely. I'm very happy with my pro wrestling career. It's so fun. It was so fun.
We got to see them.
We'll find them. We'll find them. All right, let's continue on with the Raja Jackson thing. Balls Deep with $2 says, Asman covered it well last night. Raja is done. Maybe, Raja might be done. They haven't charged him yet. They haven't arrested him yet. There were rumors that they had. As of, we're going to put this up as a clip later, as of 7:02 a.m. Central Time, Monday morning, August 25th, he's not been arrested. And the trick they're going to have with this is, I'm not saying he won't be charged. I'm saying it's not going to be right away because they have to talk to enough people and determine because we're dealing with something that is violence. Like wrestling is violence. It's scripted violence, but it's violence. So they have to determine how much of the violence was part of the show, what wasn't, when did it cross the line into being assault. When you have an event like wrestling, there's a lot of leeway for accidents. So this is going to be a lot trickier than it looks. But I do think, ultimately, I do think he'll be charged. I just think it's going to take longer than people want. Shuli Madoff with $2 says, Kiki, your complexion is making me sick. There you go. Thoughts? Uh-oh, did we lose you? Oh, no, we lost her. Look at her. She fell asleep. Keanu, wake up. I put her to sleep. Oh, no. There she goes. I put Keanu to sleep. All right, let's continue with this Raja Jackson thing, and then Keanu will be back in a little bit.
To the moment.
Hey, I think that's a little...
Oh, you don't...
So that's the setup. That was supposed to be the reason the beef started between these two. Raja Jackson clearly not big on selling.
Easy. He's not a fucking worker, bro. Calm down.
Yeah. Dude, Raja Jackson is as good at selling as this guy is at crunches.
What the fuck was that?
You're good.
What the fuck was that?
You don't sell it?
Dude, he's not a fucking
Bro.
worker, bro.
What the fuck was that? Hold on. I don't play that shit, bro.
Oh, sorry.
Nah, I will fuck him
we're
up,
good.
bro.
I know you will.
No.
We're good.
I will
Sorry
fuck
about
him
that.
up,
I
bro.
know you will.
However, Raja followed up with heavy punches which were not planned to do that kind of heavy damage. Stu was then rushed to hospital with serious injuries, but he is not dead as is being speculated online and is still alive as of right now. It's also worth...
That's never good, though. Like, you never want to hear the phrase, he's still alive as of right now. Oh, her iPad overheated. Okay, she had to move to shade because her iPad ended up overheating. No, it's never good when they say he's not dead, ... at the moment. You don't want, you just rather hear, like if I was to hear this story about myself, I would want to hear, he's going to be fine. He's got a long road to recovery ahead of him, but he's out of the woods. You don't want to hear he's not dead yet, as people have been saying.
Noting on his stream just before he did it, Raja was clearly not in the mindset that this was going to be a work for whatever reason.
This shit is not scripted, bro. I don't know when this match is. No, they didn't tell me to fake him. They said I could hit him for real.
What?
Yeah, they allowed me to hit him for real.
Okay, see, now at that point, somebody needs to be talking to this guy, because I guarantee nobody said you can hit him for a shoot. Nobody in a indie wrestling show would tell an MMA guy that you can hit an overweight worker for real. That would be like Vince McMahon, coming into Mike Tyson and going, yeah, just hit Shawn Michaels as hard as you want to. No, you fucking kill him. So nobody told this guy. And you know, how dare I say that, you know, the son of Quentin Rampage Jackson might have a fucking screw loose, but he just seems like a guy who's wound way too tight.
If he hits me back for real, I don't give a fuck.
Rampage Jackson, father of Raja, would respond on Twitter to the altercation. He would say, quote, I want to clear up the misinformation about my son Raja. I've been confirmed that the wrestler Stuart Smith, aka Psycho Stu, is awake and stable. Raja was unexpectedly hit in the side of the head by him moments before Smith's match. Raja was told that he could get his, quote, payback in the ring. I thought it was a part of the show.
That's called a receipt. Yes, you're allowed to get your receipt later in the show, but as a work, not like you're allowed to beat the living shit out of the guy. And again, that is the wrestling promotion's fault. If they really did tell him you can get your payback in the ring, Raja might take that as they told me I could throw real punches. You have to, this is what I'm saying, when you have a guy who's not used to working, you have to give him very specific instructions. You can't leave things to be ambiguous. You can't say things like, you can get your payback in the ring. No, you can say, here's what you're going to do. He's going to be doing a match later. You're going to pick him up. He's going to help you. You're going to guide him into the ring. And then you're going to pull back and you're going to... I would not bring an MMA guy in there and let him throw strikes because he's not trained in how to pull them or anything else. I would maybe say, you know, you can pick him up. You can slam him down, and then the guys will pull you off of him. But I wouldn't let a guy like that throw punches.
It was bad judgment and a work that went wrong. Raja is an MMA fighter, not a pro wrestler, and had no business involved in an event like this.
Oh, shit, I wish he would have had someone like a handler or a dad who could have told him that this was a bad idea.
I don't condone my son's actions at all. He suffered a concussion from sparring only days ago and had no business doing anything remotely close to physical.
Something that could have been brought to my attention yesterday. Hey, I've got a mental patient MMA fighter who's also suffering from a concussion. Maybe we shouldn't do this. Is that a difficult sentence to get out? Is there a language barrier type of an issue going on?
Contact. As a father, I'm deeply concerned with his health and the well-being of Mr. Smith. That being said, I'm very upset that any of this happened, but my main concern now is that Mr. Smith will make a speedy recovery. I apologize on his behalf and to Kick for the situation.
You better hope it's a speedy recovery because you're going to be footing the bill for it, Pops. You'd better hope he doesn't spend too many overnights in the hospital. That tends to get pretty expensive.
You saw it? Let me see it. He broke his face.
So this is Sneeko, right? Or it's one of the guys who's helping run the event. And we're going to watch this clip in a little bit. Apparently, Rampage is trying to convince himself, I think, that this is all part of the work. And this guy knows, I think it's Sneeko. I'm not familiar with these guys too much. You can tell on his face that he's like, shit, this has gone wrong already.
Hey, is he gonna get banned for it? It was really bad.
That's what Chad was saying. They said it was bad.
Yeah, look at him. I mean, he's already like, yeah, this is fucked up, dude. This is not. This show just went. If we thought the show was going well before this, it just took a turn. Yep, they know right away. They're like, this is bad news.
I hope it was staged. I hope it's staged because sometimes people do hardcore. Some people do hardcore pro wrestling.
Hardcore pro wrestling is not ground and pounding for real and throwing actual real strikes at a guy. That's not what hardcore wrestling is like. You're still hitting people with objects, but they're fucking fluorescent light tubes or a bat with barbed wire on it and shit like that. Hardcore wrestling is not you pound a guy into mush.
WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi is also the owner of this promotion, and he has yet to comment as of right now.
Oh, now you're fucking with the bloodline, homie. Now the Usos and Rikishi and Roman Reigns and all these other Solo Sikoa, they're all going to be at your door, Us. You just fucked up big, Us.
Now.
Should piss me.
Oh, yeah, this is the other thing is that they kept rolling on this guy. Like they kept the cameras rolling. And he says some things here that might legally be a little damning.
Off though, Andre.
I understand that, but now they can't wake the nigga up. He's fucking in the ring, fucking.
That is fucking blood on his shirt? Jesus.
Flatline, bro.
My bad.
Didn't have to do all that shit.
My bad. Yeah, he ain't waking up. He's in the hospital right now. My bad. And he's stalking. Like he's like an animal. He's like a predator. He's just stalking back and forth. His breath is elevated. Like this is not a guy that should have been anywhere near any kind of theatrical production. This guy literally just belongs in a cage beating people senseless.
I understand y'all had heat. You didn't have to fucking take it there.
I'll call you back later.
And I certainly don't think my bad is going to fix this situation because...
What do you mean? You know how many sticky situations I've been in? Stop it. And I've just said my bad and everything was aces after that.
You went too far. This is why you need to be very, very specific about people coming into the business, that those punches need to be worked. And we've seen it before with various people that have come into pro
like
wrestling.
watch Mike here.
They learn how to work a punch because you don't actually need to hit them. And even if you do...
Right, it's just the theatrical illusion of Mike Tyson throwing a left hook that's good. Everyone will buy it because they're like, oh, there's Mike Tyson. Oh, there's a left hook, pantomime, if you will. And Shawn Michaels drops like he'd been shot. All right, suspension of disbelief. That's really awesome. I mean, and if you're just starting out, the thing they're going to teach you is put your hand on his head and punch the side of your hand. That's it. That's how you can sell a punch. If you're not good at making them look good by laying them in and pulling back, put their hand on your head, punch the side of your hand, like your thumb finger area here, and just go for it. Boom, it'll look good.
Hit them a little bit. You certainly don't need to do all of that, like 22 punches to the dome piece. In the MMA and boxing sphere, we've had the likes of Ronda Rousey come into the business. You've got Cain Velasquez, you've got Floyd Money Mayweather, Mike Tyson, all these people that have learned how to do pro wrestling properly so they don't hurt their opponent. Granted, some are better than others, but you know what I mean. And especially a man who descends from an MMA family, we get it. You can hit for real. Doesn't mean you always should. He threw like 22 haymakers at an unconscious man, like a total lunatic. I don't think
he's lucky the guy's not dead because it easily could have died from that. Those are easily murderous punches when undefended.
We will work in the crowd, brother. It's going to get you out of this one. Then going back to Psycho Stu, the victim in all of this.
I started here at Knox Pro in 2009. I had just got out of the military, probably about 6 months earlier.
So this is a guy who probably works for a living, works a blue-collar job, and loves pro wrestling. Like it's in his blood, and he loves doing it on the weekends.
Out of the military, I joined Knox Pro, because I needed something to focus on. I needed something to help me adjust back into civilian life. A lot of veterans, it's hard for them to readjust into civilian life coming from the life of the military. I'm an American soldier that suffers from PTSD. Being in front of a crowd, it doesn't...
Dude, why... Raja Jackson should have just kicked a puppy in the head and beheaded it at this point. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Give me as much anxiety and aggression as I thought it would. And so when you have something that you're passionate about, when you have something interesting...
Keanu's back, everybody.
Sorry, iPad overheated. I had to put it in the freezer. I did. And I moved to the shade, so we should be good.
That's the greatest sentence ever uttered in the history of this show. Sorry, my iPad overheated. I had to put it in the freezer. If it happens again, you're on vacation. You can. It's okay. It's just not going to work for today. It's all right. But thank you so much for coming on. Thank you. Thank you for putting your iPad in the freezer for us. And
you're welcome, Aaron.
So what you missed? I don't know if you saw. They had Raja Jackson. They kept filming him after, and they said, yeah, he's not waking up, and they're gonna have to take him to the hospital. And Raja Jackson's response was, "Oh, my bad.
Oh, my fault. Sorry.
Yeah. Shit,
Sorry.
man. That's on me.
I got carried away.
Yeah, I just threw 20 undefended punches at a passed out dude. That's on me.
Hey, he's got some rage issues, I guess.
Well,
he just took it out incredibly publicly on a passed out person. The punch he was down. Yeah.
His dad's nickname was Rampage, so it does kind of fit. And also, we found out that this guy that he beat the living shit out of is like a literal military veteran with PTSD who got into wrestling so he could start feeling normal again. So
oh my God.
You should have just castrated Captain America while you were at it.
Honestly, that is well, okay. And medically, is he okay?
No, he is nowhere near okay yet.
Like he's in critical condition for a stupid fucking wrestling match.
Whoa. Let's fucking take it easy on the stupid fucking how dare you?
I know. I forgot myself. You're right.
Amazing fucking wrestling match.
No, that guy will never be let back into safe sport. I don't think.
Right? No, I don't know. I don't think that guy's getting his safe sport back.
Coach Scott would have a field day.
He really would, and he would tell everyone about it if they called and just talk all kinds of endless shit about somebody who pays money to.
Exactly.
I want to try to switch something because I have it where Johnny and I
know I look like
No, I have it where Johnny and I can both talk at the same time. And I don't know what setting I use to do that. Automatically adjust microphone volume. No, I've got it. I fucking got my microphone volume. Don't worry, baby. Spatial audio. Is that what I want? Let's see if that works. All right. Okay, let's continue on now with our boy. What the fuck was his name? Psycho Stu. This is him talking about himself, so we feel even worse for the fact that Raja Jackson beat him within an inch of his life.
Something that can let out some aggression. That's what wrestling was to me. It was a way to show my character, but at the same time, be my real self.
It's safe to say Raja Jackson should not get away with this scot-free. And there are now various videos emerging from the indie wrestling show of people obviously showing concern after the incident happened.
It says Rampage's son knocked out a wrestler on purpose and dipped.
The police is on search for him. Oh my God.
Yeah.
My bad. He's like, what?
My bad. And he had blood. You weren't here, but he had blood on his shirt and the whole thing. Like, it couldn't have looked worse.
Christ.
Yo, my bad.
My bad. Is that them trying to revive him?
Yeah, I think so. Which everyone knows when a guy's been punched 30 times in the head, you just pat him on the back.
You just try and burp him.
Yeah.
It's also worth noting, going back even further here, it's also very interesting to know what Rampage thought of his son before all of this happened, because many weeks ago he actually said he had saved bail money for his son to get him out of jail, and now this has happened.
Roger and his oldest son whole life, I knew them two wasn't going to college, and my two Japanese kids, I knew that it was going to college, so I saved up college tuition for the two Japanese kids and bail money for Roger and his brother. So,
well, Well, something tells me he hasn't been rehabilitated. So
No, I will say this. Fucking, at least we can say this about this family. Smart financial planning by Rampage.
I guess so.
Yeah, he's like, I saved up bail money for my son. Funny joke, but it's good that this isn't going to put you in a financial bind.
Yeah, it's a piggy bank for bail money. That's how it works in their family. It's not to go to Disneyland. It's, in case somebody needs to be bailed out.
Right.
Yeah.
At least he planned. I mean, that's the silver lining to this whole thing. Rampage is a good dad who understands his kids, reads people well.
Plan for the worst, hope for the best. That's right.
Right.
Don't fuck with him. If you go to jail, I'm just going to bail him out.
Additionally, I think it's worth knowing the kind of mindset that Raja Jackson was in going even further back. He noted in a previous stream that he was going through a hard time and stress trying to make money and live up to his father's name.
Hell no, I don't got no bread, bro. I don't got no bread. That's what I'm saying. That's why I be talking to y'all and shit. I'm just like y'all. Like, my dad got bread. That's his bread. That's not mine. It's not my bread. He's rich. I'm not rich.
It's giving
He's
like
rich.
Chet Hanks vibes. Honestly.
Yeah.
It's like Chet overcame and became an actor and a funny one at that. It's odd, but it's true. And then but he just beat the shit out of somebody.
At an indie wrestling show. Yeah, that's about as far away from Hollywood as you can get. Hey, I beat an Army veteran half to death at an indie wrestling show.
Not that it wasn't even it was a downward move. It wasn't even lateral.
Hey, my dad powerbombed Vanderlei the Axe Murderer Silva in Pride Fighting Championships. I almost murdered Captain America.
Exactly. But I said I was.
Yeah, he said no, he didn't say I'm sorry. He said my bad.
That is speak for I'm sorry. He thought that.
Oh, that's the same thing.
My B.
Yeah.
My B.
That's why I want to get on brand rich, bro. I've been waiting, bro. It's just been rough. It's been hard on me, bro. It's just really been hard on me, bro. I've been low-key, I've been stressed about it. I've been stressed about a lot of shit.
So they basically put a desperate mental patient with violent tendencies in a wrestling ring and said, just go get your payback.
Yeah, he may have borderline personality disorder.
You know what? You're getting better at noticing those red flags. I bet you he likes to fuck girls while they pretend to sleep.
I bet he has a dick for toes.
This guy's got all kinds of problems. We should maybe practice a little empathy here.
I know.
My
bad.
How violent would you be if your big toes turned into hard dicks every time you saw something that turned you on?
Exactly.
I'd beat the shit out of an Army veteran if I were that way.
You take it out in the ring.
Yeah.
You feel me? But I'm showing y'all like the real deal shit.
The reason I think this is important is because when you mix borderline desperation and stress and failed expectation in with a concussion, you leave yourself in a very scary mind state where things like this can happen. Not even remotely excusing his behavior, just interpreting where I think the human mind can go in this situation with all the differing factors. Furthermore, I see people saying Stu, the wrestler in question, had this coming for the beer can hit in the earlier clip.
Oh, you don't.
It's a fucking beer can.
Right. And I don't think if you do it right, I don't think that really hurts, does it? He
No.
didn't even. Yeah.
Like, you can't have it both ways if you're Raja Jackson. You can't say it was part of the show, it was part of the show, and then go, well, it was for the beer can. It's like, well, if the beer can was part of the show, then...
No, it's his definite, rage issues, and he was having a tough life, and he took it out on an unconscious man.
Yeah, no shit. And also, let's look at the two of them. I mean, one's chiseled out of granite, the other one out of flubber. I don't think this is we don't need to go proving how good of a fighter we are with this guy.
No, looks like Bert Kreischer.
Now, if you would have done this to Bert Kreischer, he might have a few more fans today.
He'd be dead. God.
He's not a fucking worker, bro. Calm down.
You gotta be joking me if you think that clearly worked soft little beer can shot to the head warranted almost killing the man and making him flatline in the ring. A hit with a beer can like that is clearly worked, and it is never designed to actually do any damage to the opponent, and I highly doubt that a fighter felt that, if at all. And even if Raja Jackson did feel that hit with the beer can, it doesn't excuse what he did even 1 second. So yeah, just a super scary situation, and I hope Psycho Stu is okay.
We are all Psycho Stu today.
I was bobbing. There was a giant bee that came by me. That's why I was having a.
Oh, I thought you maybe just had like crippling autism.
No, the autism wouldn't do that to you.
No.
Tourette's or something.
Tourette, yeah, some kind of twitch sort of a deal. Let's go ahead. Oh God, I lost a bunch of super chats. I can't, let me go back and get them. I'm sorry. Hold on a second. GLP.
That's okay.
GLP with another $4.99 says, thoughts on T-App and Are We Dating the Same Guy groups? Kiki, has Toe been posted? I should be. If I were a woman, I would be like, hey, you guys ever see this motherfucker? He is remarkably undependable as a partner.
T-App? Thoughts on T-App?
I don't know what T-App is, but I know Are We Dating the Same Guy? Like it's a Facebook group where you put...
I've never even, my Facebook was taken over by a little Vietnamese woman long ago, and I have never been able to get it back, so I just don't use it anymore.
Do you know the Vietnamese woman?
Nope. All of a sudden, my name was like Nia Jin Guac Bao, and she was messaging all my friends and family for money, and Facebook thought I was trying to take her Facebook. So I have a new Facebook, but it doesn't have as all the old history of it. And
they can't get you the Facebook back from the Vietnamese chick?
They think I'm trying to steal it from her.
Oh, so she changed all of your shit.
No, just the name. It still looks like me, but my name is like... She'll send pictures of like another Asian woman, like with her shirt off, to like my Nana, and then be like, I need money. And I'm like, guys, it's not me.